I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to say that you didn't get married just to get divorced, and you're not in a long-term relationship, and you didn't move in with your partner just for it to crash and burn. All right. And it's not to say that there wasn't some apprehension or some fear about getting into that relationship, because we know through experience that that hurts, right? We're hardwired to need connection and to be part of a family and to be in a relationship. And when those relationship fails, man, that hurts on a really deep, deep level. All right. And that's kind of the messed up thing about relationships is we are hardwired for connection, and we're thrust into this thing whether we want to be in it or not. But there's this X factor that we can't control. There's this unknown variable that is wild. Well, what is that, Clyde? Well, it's your partner. Well, what do you mean? I met with all kinds of couples that come in here. They've been married 10, 15 years. They're like, I don't know who this person is anymore, because people change. Things happen, right? It's this ebb and this flow, and it's this roller coaster, and it's moving back and forth, right? And so there's this thing that we can't control. Now, if you try to control it, that's going to be a hot mess too. So there's this here's damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of a situation, right? I can't control them, but I want to control them, because if I feel like I could control them, then our relationship would be a lot healthier. But that's not the truth, okay? So this is what you do. You got to change yourself. That's the one variable you can control, all right? So that's what therapy is about. You have to be honest with yourself and ask yourself, how am I contributing to the dysfunction of the relationship? All right. Yeah, I'm being a jerk, or I drink too much, or I'm gone a lot, right? Instead of pointing to your partner and saying, I don't get enough sex. And so, and she rejects me. And so I withdraw, right? And so that the cause and effect. And I understand the cycles. I get that, right? But you can't change them. I'm sure you've tried, but you can change yourself. And that can make a difference. And I'll prove it by this. When you have a bad day, more than likely your partner has a bad day. When you have a good day, your partner can have a good day, right? It can be the same thing in your dynamics, all right? That's like a day-to-day thing, but in terms of your dynamics, it can be the same way. If you work on yourself and you change, and you quit being a jerk, and you're genuine about it, and you really are thoughtful about her and about, how you're feeling about things, and you communicate better, man, that's going to encourage them to change. And also your interactions are going to be different, because now you're talking to your partner in a way that you've never talked to them before, which is going to force them to respond to you in a way that they've never responded before, right? If you were a jerk and you talk to them, they come at you, right? And they're defensive. But now you're nice and you're kind and you're thoughtful and your timing's better and all these things. They have no choice but to change with that. I give this example. I go to work every day in a car. My friend picks me up, right? He picks me up. I got my briefcase. We go to work. We stop for coffee through the drive-thru and we get to work. Now, if he makes one change, he picks me up on his motorcycle. Think of all the changes I have to make because of his one change. Now I have to wear a backpack instead of a briefcase. Now we can't go through the drive-thru and get coffee. At least you shouldn't, all right? And you're not wearing a seatbelt now. Now you're wearing a helmet. So look at all the changes that they were forced to make because you made one little change. It can be the same in relationships, and that's the idea, okay? Now, some couples come in and they want to placate, meaning, well, I'm just going to go to therapy and I'm going to set this appointment to shut them up. Please don't do that, because you're going to waste your time and your money, all right? And it's going to backfire on you, because the idea is for you to say down the road, well, we did therapy and it didn't work, and I've done everything that I can do to make this work. No, you didn't. You didn't even give it a try. You just came in to just try to shut them up. Don't do that. That's not fair. Do the right thing. Come into therapy, be honest with yourself, and own it. Man, you're going to get a lot of respect from your partner when you start doing that. Okay? So, that's the expectation with therapy, is you can't change your partner, but you can change yourself. And when you change yourself, maybe they begin to grow as you begin to grow. All right? So I just really want to encourage you, don't placate. Be serious about this process, because I really want it to work for you, because you're hardwired for connection. And when that connection is broken, man, it hurts. And I know that you're maybe even feeling that hurt right now because you're on the verge of losing it, okay? So hang in there. Give me a call and shoot me an email. I want to talk to you about it, all right? But till then, remember this: stronger relationships start here.